back, y'all, with Just Cooking with Wild Phil. Today we're going to be making meatloaf stuffed with mashed potatoes and yesterday's biscuits, and you're going to love it. Alright, first thing we want to do, we're going to take some of this big thick slab bacon here. We're going to cut it up. Cut it up in big old thick slices, just like that. You'll end up about that much right there. We're going to take it and turn our heat up on a pan about medium high. We want a small pan, stainless right there. We're just going to take them in little pieces, one at a time, just throw them all in there. The reason why we want a small pan, we want that grease to get kind of deep and deep fry that bacon. Well, when you're cooking this bacon now, you're going to get a lot of grease. Let that stuff just build on up. We're going to keep doing it. It's going to come out mighty good. You want to get it, you're going to be deep frying it, basically what you're doing in its own grease. We're going to end up with a bunch of bacon bits here in a little bit, but keep on cooking till you dang near burn it. Alright, our bacon's done. See how it's almost burnt there? That's what we want. Good golden brown, all the fat's burned and crispy, everything is kind of smoking. Okay, let me show y'all a little trick I do. You take your newspaper and you put it down over here, then you put your paper towels on it. Then we're going to take our bacon out. Good, hot, almost burnt bacon, golden brown. Put it right on top. The reason why I put that newspaper under there, because we don't want that grease soaking through and getting all over the counter. The newspaper will suck it right up. We don't have to worry about it. Alright, I'll tell you what to do with that bacon now. Some of it. Reach down there and get you a little bit of it. Take it over here and put it in the pan, just like that. Now here's the pan that we just cooked the bacon. Okay, I poured all the grease out. Now see all that cooking's down in there? We're going to leave that in there. And I'll show you what to do with that pan here in just a minute. Alright, now take you a couple great big old bacon spuds here and you want to cut them up. Not real thin, we're just going to cut them up. We're going to cut them up in cubes. That's all we got to do. And I'm going to show you what to do once you get them all cut up. Just take them like that. Big old squares where they'll cook pretty good. Not too big, not too thick, but you want them to cook. They cook fast. You want to be boiling taters all day long just to make mashed taters. Go on, cut up both your taters just like that right there. Alright, now you remember the pan we cooked the bacon in? It's got all them cookings down in there. We drained the grease off. Now we're just going to take our taters that we cut up. We're going to stick them right off in there on top of it. That's what we're going to boil them in. Now all them bacon cooking's going to make them taters taste real good. We're going to pour it up with some water. Just about an inch or so, about that much. Right over top of them. We're going to crank up that heat to high. You got to kind of be ready for it. When that thing gets boiling, it's going to suds up on you. It's going to make a big old mess on your stove if you're messing around not paying attention. So stay right in here with it. Okay, we got them taters in that water now. They're heating up pretty good. We want to put a little bit of onion powder in it. Got to get some flavor going on in there. A little onion powder. We're going to put a little bit of black pepper. And for those of you who don't have heart problems or high blood pressure, we're going to put some salt in there. You got to salt them taters or they just ain't going to taste right. You can use that fake salt if you like. With me, I like the real thing. Take a little bit of that parsley, dried parsley, smash it up and throw it in there. Let all that stuff get to boiling. Stir it up a little bit. And let them boil away until all them taters got round edges on them. They ain't sharp and cornered like that. And they'll be soft and done. Okay, now we're going to start making the meatloaf. This is going to be the sauce that we're going to put in it. First we're going to start out with a couple of eggs. Now just run on outside to your local chicken coop and get them. And put them off in there. We're going to take our onion powder, about that much. We're going to take a little garlic powder, about that much. Some black pepper. About that much. And that salt that some of you just don't like. Some of you do, but that's good, whatever you like. About that much. Take a little bit. Chili powder. About that much. Some of that dried parsley. Get your handful of it. Crush it up. Drop it in there. Now I'm going to take some Lynn Perrin Worcestershire sauce. Start squirting that stuff in there. But that's going to give that meat some mighty good flavor. That ought to be good. Take some liquid smoke. Make sure you shake them up. Pull them off in there. Y'all gonna notice I use a lot of the same ingredients on a lot of my food, because that's what I like, and I like the way it tastes. Alright, we got all this stuff in there for the sauce. What we're gonna do, we're gonna mix it all up good. Mix it all up nice and pretty. Make sure you mix it up really good too. Get them eggs beaten in there thoroughly where it's really mixed. You don't want no eggy meatloaf. You want that stuff tasting mighty good and all blending together. Just like that. And they take your sauce. We got about 2 pounds of meat, a little over, something like that. We're going to pour that sauce all in that meat there. Just like that. We'll pour it all in there. And this is the fun part too. Get all that sauce in there. Okay, we're going to take some breadcrumbs, toasted breadcrumbs. We're going to put a bunch in there. About that much right there. And you got to stick your hands in there. You're going to work it. You're going to work it, and you're going to work it, and you're going to work it. You're going to work it until all that eggs and all that stuff is in there real good, till it doesn't feel slimy no more. Till it feels like hamburger meat again. It's just going to feel like wet hamburger meat. But you got them really mixed up. If you don't want no spots, that's going to taste like all sauce and no meat. That ain't no fun. See like that spot right there? You don't want him in there by himself. You want him out mingling with the crowd there. Gonna make them taste real good. You're gonna mix it and mix it and mix it good till it's all the same color and all looks right. I tell you, it smells good already just like it is. And I don't mean maybe. Let's check on them taters and see how they're doing. Oh yeah, they balling up mighty good and smelling good. All them bacon cookings in there and that little onion and garlic and salt and pepper. Woo! Fun, I'm telling you, it's gonna be good. Alright, we got our taters done. What we did, we run them through a strainer, got all the water off of them. We don't need to add anything to it. It's got all the fixings in there. All we're gonna do now, we're gonna mash them up the old-fashioned way. Y'all can mash them up any way you like. Stick them in one of them fancy machines they got. That's fine. With me, it just seems to taste better when you do it by hand. We're going to mash them up real good while they're real hot still.